Hi, Click and Tell. I'm Sangeeta Patel.
I'm Carlos Bustamante.
Is Rebel there?
Hi, can you guys
Hi,
see me?
how are you? It's good
Yeah.
to see you.
Hi.
We were just discussing, how do you define love? We can't figure out the answer for it.
What an easy question, guys. Thanks.
Yes, yeah.
Thanks
That's
for
what we're here
throwing
for.
that.
Right?
We're here for, yeah.
Like, how do you know you're in love? Like, what is that moment for you?
I don't think. Okay, you know
answer
how
it.
Taylor Swift sings these love songs, or Adele sings these love songs, and I was like, I didn't quite get it because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think you know until it happens to you. Till you've been so deeply in love and had it, and then when you have it, you're like, oh, this is what poets wrote about or Shakespeare wrote about. This where you just can't think of anything else because you're so in love. But how to define true? I mean, it's such a hard question. You're like, what if you die for the other person, or is that how?
Right.
Or if
Is that what it is?
Yeah, or you do anything for them, but what does anything mean? Or
See, that's the best answer I've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And that's the exploration of Romeo and Juliet, of Juliet and Romeo of this film. I want to show you this picture, and it's a different kind of love.
Motherly love.
That's me and Clara.
What is it like to embody this character who has so many dimensions? Because the love is there, but the responsibility is also there, and it must have been such a welcome challenge for you to do this.
It was a challenge, which is why I wanted to play Lady Capulet kind of completely against type, and also she's a supporting character in the film, and so there's only a few opportunities to really show the dynamic between myself and Clara's Juliet, and then I wanted to kind of often Lady Capulet's just the kind of one-note villainous kind of character, forcing her daughter to marry someone she doesn't want to marry, and in me, I kind of playing it as if, well, that was probably me 20 years earlier, where I was forced to marry this guy who's played by Rupert Everett in the film brilliantly, and I'm like, okay, so I was forced to marry that guy, but then I did it because look at the strength of the family. And so on the one hand, I've got good arguments to Juliet, but on the other hand, I'm completely ignoring her and her feelings. So there's a lot of complexities, and my challenge was how do you, in the few scenes that I had, how do I put that complexity in there? But Clara's, I mean, she's such a gem to work with. She's such a brilliant actress.
You were so brilliant in this role. We loved it. And I know this is being released close to Mother's Day. And it's really exciting because you're a mother. And we found this amazing photo of you guys hanging out. And how special is it for you to be a mom?
To me, it's kind of, I mean, it's really changed my life. And not just in the sleep deprivation way.
We can
my
relate.
daughter's just started nursery, and so now she's picking up some random illnesses from the other kids there. To me, being a mum, it's like a love that I never felt before. You just have this bond, and the way your child looks at you, and I just look at them. I'm like, I can't believe it. She's so perfect and amazing, and it's something that I didn't know whether motherhood was in the cards for me, and I did IVF, and I was so lucky to have gorgeous little Rosie, who's now 2.5. The time flies like this. She was just a tiny baby when I filmed Juliet and Romeo. But I just, there's so many hardships, which is basically you can't just do what you want anymore. You can't sleep when you want. It's all about the baby's schedule and everything. But it's just so great. It's just so rewarding. The hilarious thing, she looks at me right before I flew yesterday, and she's like, "Mummy Rebel, beautiful." And she touches my face, and I went, "Oh, Rosie, that's so sweet. You think I'm beautiful?" And then she goes, "No, Mummy Rebel, be a frog." And she wanted me to pretend to be a frog. And I was like, "Rosie, I was just having this amazing moment connection with you."
Yeah.
And then she wanted me to pretend to be a frog on the floor. right
That
before.
Nice.
works.
And frogs, you know what? Frogs are beautiful.
They are.
So there you
Happy
go.
Mother's Day to
Yeah.
you. And I just realized love equals joy.
There you go.
Aw,
That's
that's a
it.
great definition.
That's where you feel.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for the time.
Yeah.
Thanks,
take care.
guys. Happy
Bye.
Mother's Day. And go
Say hi
see
to
Juliet.
Carly
Mother's
Steele
Day.
for me.
Okay, bye.
Bye.